The Blackening?
What is this? Jim Crow Monopoly.
This game got bad vibes.
I see something.
You wanna borrow my glasses?
I created something because I thought that it was genuinely funny, and I thought me and my friends would love it. And for so many people to see it and like it, like, that was very shocking to me.
Is he dead?
No, I'm not dead. I'm disappointed. You shady bitches left me to die. Y'all so fucking petty.
We're sorry, Dewayne.
I was sent a link to it because a friend of mine thought it would be right down my alley, just humor-wise. So I watched it and I just fell in love with the voice of it. I was like, this is funny, but also smart.
Okay, so you know how in horror movies, the psycho killer always kills the black person first? Well, when he saw that we were all black, it kind of fucked up his mind.
And fresh and original, and I hadn't seen anything like it. So I immediately was like, oh my God, I want to know this person, whoever did it, and then also figure out a way to adapt it.
I was in a show in Chicago at this improv theater, and it was the first all-black review, and that improv theater was particularly predominantly white, and so there wasn't many opportunities for all-black casts. And so when we actually had the opportunity, I knew that I wanted to write something that spoke to that.
Okay, is it just me, or is this giving Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Oh no, I never seen that film. White people scare me.
And I love horror movies, and the trope that the black person always dies first, I just think that that was something I wanted to satirize. And so I was like, well, if everybody black, then what you gonna do? Who dies first?
He sent me in here to tell you that he'll spare the rest of us if we give him the person that's the blackest.
We were doing a web series of sketches for Comedy Central, and that was one of them that I pitched, and that was the first one that they picked. We filmed it, and it went viral, and I was like, this is crazy. I didn't realize that it would have the impact that it had.
Watch the short. It literally made me laugh out loud. It was one of the funniest things I had ever seen. And so we talked about what it could be as a feature, because I didn't exactly know how they planned on expanding it.
It was just one scene, but I saw the potential of a feature in it.
Tracy Oliver, she saw it and literally just emailed the director of the improv theater and was like, hey, who wrote this? And they were like, Dewayne Perkins.
Got an email address, emailed my phone number and said, hey, I know this sounds weird, but I saw your Comedy Central short and I want to make it into a movie. Can you please call me? And then the next day, I think, I was on the phone with Dewayne. And Dewayne was like, oh my God, I love Girls Trip. I know who you are. I've been following your work for a long time. Are you serious? And I was like, I'm absolutely serious. I would love to make this into a movie.
First of all, Tracy, I think, is such a great writer and mentor. She really helped me figure out just the business. As I said, she was just like, hey, you want to make a movie? And I was like, I have skill and talent. How does this work? And so she was there to really guide me through like this process, and I like love her so much for that.
Dewayne and I, we'd never worked together, but we just kind of sat down in a hotel room. This always sounds strange when I tell people that, but we spent the weekend together in a hotel room and then just kind of mapped out the movie.
I just didn't know that that's how it worked. And I was just like, I don't know, I created something because I thought that it was genuinely funny, and I thought me and my friends would love it.
She's wearing a Black Lives Matter t-shirt, and she smells like cocoa butter in historically black colleges.
Wait, what happened to your shirt? What shirt? I don't know what you're talking about.
And for so many people to see it and like it, like, that was very shocking to me, because coming from Chicago, which doesn't have like the biggest industry, I felt like very DIY. Like, that was a lot of my earlier work, is just to be like, oh, we make work because we have to. Like, how else are we gonna get it?
Okay, we all know what this means.
Don't you dare, Allison.
I'm gonna say it.
Don't say this dumb shit. Allison.
We
Oh my God.
have to split up.
It's just so well written. Tracy and Dewayne did a wonderful job. I loved this concept from before it became a film. I was actually a fan of like the viral video that was all over the internet.
And at the time, Dewayne had never written a movie before. So a lot of it honestly felt kind of like mentor-mentee, in the sense of I was teaching him structure. and teaching him like that characters have to have arcs and journeys. And I was like, we have to kind of figure out where these characters are going over the course of 2 hours.
Oh my God! Keke Palmer retweeted my tweet.
And the two of them collaborating on this hit this kind of powerhouse script that did something to me when I read it. And what it did to me is I couldn't forget it. And what I couldn't forget about it is it would make me laugh.
I don't understand why make us play this game. If you're just gonna kill us, just kill us.
Shut the fuck up, Dewayne.
Look, just answer the question. It's A, of course.
Good for you. You have a point.
What you doing? Move all our pieces.
Oh, my bad.
Which would make me disarmed, and then it hit me with an idea. It was a powerful idea or a real scary moment. So I call it a roller coaster ride.
Peekaboo.
And once they took me through what their plan was, I said, look, if you can pull that off, this would be a great project. And I was only on it at the first to be a producer. I just figured we'd find an up-and-coming director or somebody that I could kind of help make the movie. I read it, once again, even laughed out loud, more than when I saw the short, and just thought, why not? You know, I was looking for something small to do that I could kind of, put my stamp on. And this thing showed up, and I just said, I have to do it, and so that's all she wrote.
Shout out to Dewayne because he gave me so much with those characters and that basic premise. And so a lot of ideas that came to me to expand it still came from his brain, and I'm just really good at taking his voice and his ideas and kind of fleshing them out and to a longer structure.
What was great about it is they already gave it to me kind of in a form that I could make the movie immediately. It's always great when you read a script and you go, I see the movie, we can get going, and it doesn't take a whole lot of quote-unquote rewriting. And that's what was great about this whole process.
He never approached me and Dewayne's script like, I'm gonna tear it apart. It was like, I love what you guys are doing. I wanna add to it. I wanna build on it. I wanna make it even better.
No.
All right, and give me that. Just give me the proves exactly that. This time, don't just turn towards the man. Antoinette. So don't. You're not gonna. Yeah, just turn towards with him. Yeah, just so I can get that ready. Okay, give me that last one. And F.
So it was a true collaboration in that sense, and I have so much love for him because a lot of times directors will want to, I guess, take the script and like make it theirs, I guess. But he never looked at it as like ours or his. It was like we're all a team, and I'm not gonna make a choice unless you guys agree with it. So he was incredibly collaborative in that sense.
Well, I hated working with Tim. Tim is a tyrant. He's terrible. He's very mean. He likes to hit people.
Be quiet. Everybody nobody makes noise around X.
Okay, settle. Hold for set.
X2.
Set. Buckets. Ready.
He's very specific about what it is he wanted. I understood the direction that he wanted me to take with it.
So where's your swing? Yeah.
And then stay?
Yeah.
And then move
and then, well, not like that, but.
I mean, my first take of my first scene, he was like, I don't have any notes. I just kind of want to see you do it again. And I was like, okay, I'll play.
You can't have such a deep cast without sharing some improvisational moments. What we have on the pages is great. What Tracy and Dewayne wrote is great. It's phenomenal. But the cast is they're so talented that I think, and we're so comfortable with each other that the chemistry is really good. So we're comfortable kind of just experimenting with each other.
Shoot him! Who's him?
Shoot him, Shanika!
Nigga, it's dark!
One of the left, one of the right!
You're right! Win!
Yeah!
Just follow your heart, baby.
Girl.
The students become teachers. You fucking idiot!
When you have good chemistry, you can rely on improv at that point.
We were just finding some really great moments that we thought would really work well with that, and I think they're pretty funny, and so Tim is really awesome like that.
There's a domino effect with every line. You can't say this without affecting that, and Tim knows that.
And also, we're very much like comedy people, and so much improv, so much like, oh, here's a bit, and he's very much like, do what your heart tells you.
I love when he comes after a take and he does this thing with his hands. He's so excited. I'm like, oh, that was a good take. And he lets actors act. And as a comic, it's good to have direction, but also good to be, get a little free reign to play a little bit.
Did you like that comedic moment of like, my way?
Oh, fuck, loved it.
Okay.
Once I figure out that we're telling the same story and that they know these characters at some point better than I know them, I give a lot of freedom to this. I give a lot of freedom to them telling their version of the story, knowing that as long as we all stay in the same direction, we'll be okay.
But still give me energy and, give me what.
Give you haste, but quiet haste.
Yes, sir.
Everybody but who, Melvin?
So no, I know that no was for me. So shut the fuck up. That no's for me. I talk to actors of all colors, and it's just an issue. Like the director is like, I see this, I want this, you do this. Like I'm just a body. It's like, well, why the fuck am I here? And especially because I'm an improviser and I come from writing jokes and I have a heavy sketch background as well. Like he lets me play all day.
When you're looking at them, look like you're looking through them, but not all the way through them. Look at them again. Look like you're looking through to the other ear that you can't see. And then look. Just count the hairs on the side of his face.
And I think you get the best product from your talent by doing that. And he's really learned that that's the key.
So booms, you.
Okay, cool. You don't recommend no whole movie.
Yeah. Some directors, you'll be sitting there and they'll be doing all these weird shots like over the ear, under the nut, over the toe, left of the butt cheek. Like he don't do that, you know what I mean? Like he goes straight in and he knows what to do.
I allowed them a lot of freedom to just kind of come up with ideas anytime that they would say something. And what's even funnier is being offset when they're just kind of hanging out in between shots. If they say something that makes me laugh or makes the people around them laugh and we can incorporate that in what we're doing, I say let's go for it.
Really? A candlestick? Do you think you include?
Don't start with me. I could fuck somebody up with this. What are you gonna do? Tenderize his ass?
At least it's metal, Colonel Mustard. That looks plastic.
At least this has a little weight to it. It has some girth.
It's kind of just collecting a lot of information that we can edit together and make happen later.
And as an actor, I really appreciate directors like that. Dewayne's the same way, and to have him on set all the time with pretty much all of my scenes and being able to ask him questions about the script is really, really helpful because he wrote a lot of it, so he understands it in a way that neither I or Tim understands.
Shout out to Dewayne Perkins, who was our writer and also is starring in the film as well. And I told him this genuinely as a person who was a fan of his writing. I think all of it coming together, that perfect gumbo of the satire, of the horror, of the comedy, it's real. I think, life is not one thing. Humans are not monolithic, and I think that's the thing that we see in the film, is that even though, it takes on all these forms and it has all these themes, even in serious situations, people laugh. Even in dire circumstances, people find comedy.
Oh, you like King Arthur?
So to have that work be validated on such a large scale, truly to this day, I'm still like, wait, am I starring in a movie that I wrote? Like, this is crazy.